From the Massachusetts Broadcasters Station of the Year, this is Western Mass News at 6 p.m.
Clear skies, cold temperatures this evening, a bitterly cold night on the way. I'll explain in my first warning forecast.
I was crying. Please, they need their mom.
4 puppies stolen from a Springfield house just days before the holidays. The family speaks out after local officers come to the rescue.
A Chicopee family displaced after a fire broke out on Wednesday. I'm Brissida Ondaverde with a look at how the community is rallying together to make sure they still have a Merry Christmas.
We start off tonight with a check of the weather. A cold check, that is. Good Friday evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Pisano. Winter is here to stay, at least winter-like temperatures, because technically we haven't reached winter yet. Ice cold temps rolling in tonight and right into the weekend. Meteorologist Don Maher standing by with the very latest. Don, winter is what, the 21st?
Yeah, Monday. So Monday is the 21st, I believe, right?
I'll get back to you on that. You got the Monday part. I got the 21st part.
I think we're good.
Let's hope they sync up.
I think we're good. But yeah,
Okay.
winter officially arriving on Monday. But of course, we had the snow that we saw a couple of days ago. And now we've got the cold temperatures that are firmly in place. Otherwise, we're quiet. On our Six Flags cam, you can see we're not looking at any precipitation out there, but it is going to be a cold night. In fact, we're down to 26. Winds currently are out of the north and northwest at 5 miles per hour. So it still gives us a wind chill of 20. Although you just see temperatures have changed. We're now down to 20. So we are dropping very quickly this evening. In fact, you look on off to our west, we're already down into the teens. Bottom line, if you're heading out tonight, bundle up because it is going to be a cold night. In fact, the winds have gone calm. So with that calm wind, our temperature dropped to 4 degrees already, and the skies are clear. So high pressure in control of our weather. It's going to keep us dry, but temperatures are going to continue to drop. In fact, overnight lows getting down into the single digits. And as you wake up tomorrow morning, it's a cold start at 8 a.m. with a temperature of 10 degrees. And we're only headed for the upper 20s and lower 30s. At least we will see a lot of sunshine around here tomorrow. Of course, more on this forecast in just a couple of minutes from now. Chris?
All right, Don, thank you. And confirmation, the 21st is Monday. Time now for a Western Mass News exclusive. A local Springfield family breathing a sigh of relief after a scary situation. Earlier in the week, they say someone broke into their home and stole 4 young bulldog puppies. On Wednesday night, Springfield police found all of them. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us live in Springfield with the details. Audrey?
The family says that the 4 puppies were taken before they were even 4 weeks old, far too young to be away from their mother. Now, animal experts and those who work in the animal care field say that puppy theft is not uncommon.
My little girl, 6 years old, she goes, "Mommy, the door's open."
Returning home from a Christmas shopping trip on Sunday night, Liza Garcia says her family noticed something was wrong with their Springfield home.
My son's window was wide open.
Garcia says video games, jewelry, and other items were stolen, but all of that went out of her mind when one of her children made a horrible discovery.
Then the other one screams, "All the puppies are gone."
4 bulldog puppies, all 3 weeks old, had vanished, leaving the family anguished.
I was crying. Please, they need their mom.
Garcia says all 4 puppies were all set to go to new homes once they were old enough.
It broke me that I was going to have to break friends of mine hearts and tell them that their dogs were missing.
Garcia called the Springfield police, who got to work on the case. In the meantime, she posted the dogs' pictures on Facebook and got a huge response, more than 51,000 shares.
These dogs went viral. Like, it's no joke, you're going to get caught.
On Wednesday night, a Christmas miracle.
3 of the puppies were recovered in Springfield, and another one in West Springfield.
Springfield police couldn't say much because it's still an ongoing investigation, but Western Mass News spoke with the executive director of the Thomas J. O'Connor Animal Control and Adoption Center. Pam Peebles says pet owners with young animals need to be on alert.
In a blink of an eye, they could be gone because there's a desperate market for puppies and kittens in particular right now.
Peebles says because of Massachusetts' animal welfare policies, the number of homeless pets has been going down, which is a good thing. And due to COVID-19, with more families staying at home,
so many people want an animal now. They have time and energy.
2 good scenarios that she says are bringing out scams and pet theft. Peebles says if you're in the market for a new 4-legged family member, do your research and only adopt or purchase from a reputable seller.
If it seems too easy to get a cute little puppy or kitten, there may not even be a puppy or kitten behind that advertisement.
She says it's especially important to look at the age of the animal.
If someone is selling or rehoming younger than 8 weeks, that should be a screaming red flag.
As for the Garcias, they say their other stolen items can be replaced.
We're happy to have the puppies back.
Peebles says one other important thing to do if you're interested in buying a pet from a breeder or from a seller is to do research into testimonials from other people who have gotten a pet from that same breeder or seller, because she says that's another good way to know if their network is a reputable one. Reporting live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Thank you for that live report. And turning now to the latest coronavirus numbers in the state over the last 2 weeks, the state announcing more than 5,600 new cases today. Massachusetts now totaling more than 302,000 cases since March, and of those, nearly 81,000 are still active. The state also reporting 53 new deaths today. The statewide death toll stands at 11,358. The first non-healthcare worker gets a COVID-19 vaccine in Massachusetts. She's one of more than 6,000 people who've been vaccinated so far, but some doses that are supposed to be coming next week could be delayed. Western Mass News reporter Leon Purvis is live for us now in Springfield with more on that. Leon?
Chris, there's hope surrounding the first frontline state employee get vaccinated. Meanwhile, the state is working on getting answers on potential delays while progress is being made. Sofal Palasoth is the first state frontline worker to receive the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine in Massachusetts. She is a janitorial supervisor at Lemuel Shattuck Hospital in the Boston neighborhood of Jamaica Plain. Closer to home, Cooley Dickinson Hospital says 61 healthcare workers have been vaccinated. The Northampton Hospital calling them healthcare heroes, one of the doctors saying this was a personal milestone for them. At Governor Charlie Baker's briefing on Friday, it was announced that the federal government says the state will receive 16,000 less first doses of the Pfizer vaccine next week than originally planned. At the same time, Baker says there is an order in for 120,000 doses of the Moderna vaccine, which is expected early next week once it receives FDA emergency approval. The state's Department of Health is planning to post a COVID-19 vaccine dashboard starting next week. The goal is to keep track of doses delivered, administered, and geographic information. Baker says residents at long-term care facilities will begin receiving vaccines the week of December 28th, right after Christmas, adding to the state's total.
So far, over 6,200 vaccinations have been administered across the Commonwealth. The doctors, nurses, and medical workers receiving these first doses are also the same people who, as we all know, have been battling COVID and caring for our residents since this all began.
Now, according to Baker's plans, first responders are next in line to get a vaccine, following healthcare workers and residents in long-term care facilities. Live in Springfield, Leon Purvis, Western Mass News.
Leon, thank you for that live report. New at 6, Chicopee Mayor John View announcing today the opening of a new drive-through COVID-19 testing site in his city. The site will be open several days a week at Chicopee Comp High School and will run from 8 a.m. until noon. View says the city's goal is to test 400 people per day. He says the city purchased about 20,000 test kits, and the site will be open for 2 to 3 months or until the kits run out. Officials from around the city have stepped in to oversee testing, but Mayor View is asking for volunteers in the community to help out and run the site. The first day of testing is set for Tuesday, December 22nd. A local family displaced from their house after a fire broke out in Chicopee on Wednesday, and with Christmas now just a week away, the area is rallying together to make sure they still have a festive holiday. Western Mass News reporter Briseida Landaverde has more.
I just couldn't believe, that our home was gone.
Angelina Perez and her 3 daughters are displaced after a fire broke out at their Gretton Street home on Wednesday afternoon. She tells Western Mass News she is thankful no one was injured.
I am extremely thankful that everybody was able to get out safely, not only my family, but all the neighbors.
The Chicopee Fire Department tells Western Mass News the cause of the fire was an electrical malfunction. The apartment building sustained interior smoke and water damage. 4 families, including Perez, were displaced. With only a few days until Christmas, Perez says her daughters are heartbroken. They will not be able to celebrate the holiday at their home.
They're really sad about the fact that we can't open presents under our Christmas tree.
And Perez tells me they don't just put up the Christmas tree during December. They have it up all year round.
We have a tradition where we actually leave the Christmas tree up all year round. And we put decorations on it every single holiday.
When 2 community members, Paul Parks and Colleen Fernando, learned Perez would not be able to celebrate Christmas at home, they got to brainstorming and launched a Facebook page to help the family.
It's very important for all Chicopeans to have a Merry Christmas, so our community is very good about looking out for each other.
When tragedy strikes, this community really comes together, and it's something that's really heartening about Chicopee. It's why I love being here, why I love living here.
The 2 men are collecting toys, clothing, and stocking stuffers. They will be hosting a drive this weekend at the First Congregational Church in Chicopee.
From 11:30 to 1:30 on Saturday and Sunday.
In addition to Christmas gifts, the 2 community members are accepting monetary donations and household supplies. Perez is staying with family members until they can find a new home. She has also received donations from other community members and is thankful for the outpouring support.
Thank you for all the help that everybody has given us.
For Western Mass News, I'm Briseida Landaverde.
The coronavirus pandemic limiting plenty of activities this year. I'm Kayla Burton. Coming up on Western Mass News, how one particular winter sport is looking a whole lot different.